Life for All presents Daily Food Series, The Gospel of John, Word, Life, and Edification, Part 2. Title of Book 6, Resurrection, A New Day, A New Beginning, by Pedro. Week 1. Jesus is unjustly arrested and judged. Tuesday. Read with prayer. Sanctify them by your truth. Your word is truth. John chapter 17, verse 17. Today, we are in the process that will lead us to glory. Jesus said, sanctify them by your truth. Your word is truth. John 17, verse 17. This verse highlights that sanctification is the first work that the strength of God's glory does in us. God cannot introduce impurity into His holiness, which is why He needs to sanctify us through His Word, which is the truth. The process of sanctification is described in the 5th chapter of Ephesians. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave Himself for her. Verse 25. Out of love, Christ gave Himself for us, the church, to introduce us into glory. However, before introducing us into glory, He needs to sanctify us, that He might sanctify and cleanse her with the washing of the water by the Word. Verse 26. It is for this reason that God needs to wash us with the water of the Word, and that we encourage you, dear reader, to have daily contact with the Word that the Lord has given us each week. This Word does not aim to provide mere biblical or theological knowledge, but aims to wash, purify, and sanctify us. We must instill, inscribe, and engrave this Word in our hearts by repeating and proclaiming it several times. God is the only true God. If we disconnect ourselves from the true God, we automatically connect ourselves to lies, falsehood, and vanity. The true God sent Christ as the truth, and through the Word, the truth comes to us and enters us. By repeating the Word alone or together, we realize that little by little, it is inculcated in our hearts. That is, the truth itself enters us. Through this process, God fills us with reality itself. The Word brings the reality of God to us and cleanses us from what is not the truth. The Lord is removing all falsehood and vain elements from our thoughts, our natural life, and the old man. This Word even cleanses our soul life and our self-will. Christ cleans everything through the Word. The bloodstream provides nutrients to each cell that removes toxins. So works the process of the washing of the water by the Word, which sanctifies us and fills us with the truth, the very holy nature of God. That is how we are filled with the truth through sanctification. Let us not despise our young people and teenagers. They have faithfully transcribed and immersed themselves in the Word. Thus, day by day, they have demonstrated their love for the Word of God. They learn to listen to the messages, sleep, and wake up with God. They instill the Word in their hearts at all times and still perform well at school as the Word opens their understanding. Even those who are very young demonstrate spiritual consistency because the Word is retained, deposited, and remains within them. If we approach them with any recent subject of the prophetic Word, we will realize that they are constituted with the truth contained therein. It is worth following the example of the young people and living this way because we will be filled with the truth as well. The Word fills us with God's life and the truth, which is Christ. Furthermore, the Word brings us the nature of God, which is love. God's love has the effect of bringing us together, of connecting us. God's love connects us with Himself and connects us with each other, uniting us perfectly and building us together. This is what God is doing. When we are sanctified by the Word, which is the truth, we are brought more and more into His glory, into God Himself, and into His divine unity. Among so many creatures, God chose man and created him according to His image and likeness, and has been preparing him to participate in His glory. Participating in the glory of God is participating in the organic unity between the Father and the Son, that they all may be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I in you, that they may be one in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. John chapter 17, verse 21. This unity is organic. The Father is in the Son, and the Son is in the Father. Physically, this is impossible because two bodies cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Since God is Spirit, this unity occurs due to the fact that the Father is in the Son and the Son is in the Father at the same time. It is to this mysterious and organic unity that God has called us. In this passage, we also read, "And the glory which you gave me, I have given them, that they may be one just as we are one. I in you, and you in me, that they may be made perfect in one, and that the world may know that you have sent me, and have loved them as you have loved me." John chapter 17, verses 22 and 23. Jesus is saying that He transmits His glory to us so that we can participate in this organic unity, so that the world may believe that God sent Him. It is the glory that works to make us one in the divine organic unity. In the phrase, "that the world may know that you have sent me, and have loved them as you have loved me," the element called love appears. Love is the only element capable of carrying out and working this organic and perfect unity in us. God is ushering us into that glory and unity. It is not the superficial unity that humans have amongst themselves, such as friendships and affinities. This type of unity is still very tedious and limited, but God calls us to perfect and organic unity. When we are fully brought into glory, we will be united with God forever and ever. Are you not happy? I am. Write the sentence that touched your heart the most. Highlight the key points in this sentence. Pray according to the content highlighted above.